Energy news. Divesting from fossil fuels and oil companies' incomes worldwide, it's up to $3.5 trillion have been removed from about 650 institutions and cities. Most of those are kind of smaller and hardly recognizable. But recently, the mayors of the big cities, the world is called the C40 or something, and they all got together, and 4 of the big cities decided to ban diesels entirely. New and old, big, and trucks, and every kind of diesel, no more of those in 4 of the big cities already by 2025. The offshore wind is kind of fun to look at and see how they can keep them standing up there. They're floating, they're grounded all kinds of ways, you know. But they're getting it figured out. The new ones they're putting up now are 11 megawatts out in the ocean, and each blade is 1 football field long. Wow, that's a lot of hardware hanging up there in 400 feet or something. Washington, D.C., Department of Energy recently analyzed the LEED buildings, and whilst LEED is green, the carbon reductions of the LEED buildings in the country have not been outstanding at all. That's because LEED doesn't really require any solar panels. The solar panel roof is kind of not here yet, even though Elon Musk just come out with a whole roof that is very expensive, we think, but it looks totally like a real roof. And we'll see and hear more about that. But here in town, solar roofs and the Planning Commission and Department. Recently I heard that we can't really have solar roofs on new buildings and houses because it isn't the look of Ashland. Well, maybe that might have to change in a big hurry. And how does that happen? And that's what we're going to be watching. Very interesting. So here the planning staff, and you watch all the money that they actually spend and take out of the whole city through the externalities, about $7 million a year, and that would be if each of the staff, planning staff, that's about $1 million a year salary, but they don't take home that much. And if you divvied up all that $7 million of externalities, those are real numbers. With all the people that picked up all the pieces for them, which we don't really notice, that'd be about $200,000 per person, and they don't take home that much. So keeping up the morale, which we have to do through these big changes, without any appropriate knowledge sets left, we all have to learn so many new things, including me. Learning new things, there's lectures, the science of climate change. Everybody, all these professors come out of the woodwork now with all these lectures saying essentially the same thing, and all the sensors and satellites are getting more and more accurate, and so it's all really boiling down to science of climate change is really real. And they're just all over the world. There are big reports coming all over the place of 2, 3, 4, 500, 600, 700 megawatt fields of solar panels going up in every country, all of the bingo, just fast. And Elon Musk has his gigafactory to make a whole bunch of batteries, so we can have it covers for the solar panels off and on. Well, now there's about 4 gigafactories in America, in the world, and he wants to put up more, and they're just coming out of the, I don't know where they're coming from. Al Gore, who doesn't need to lecture anymore because all these other professors have it covered, he just had a meeting with Trump, and he came away happy.